What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. The link will be in the description box below. As usual, go get it. PayPal link there also, they asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled The Unapologetic Stragg Culture. Because of the K. Michelle thing and other things I have been watching online, and I talked about this a long time ago, especially social media and television, and music. One of the things about the K. Michelle thing is she was oblivious to her own actions. And there really weren't no men in the room. Well, there was a man in the room, I mean, but theoretically speaking. She didn't even peep her own hypocrisy. She didn't peep how, okay, I like guys. I wanted a guy with gold teeth and dreads. I wanted a thug. And now all of a sudden, you got what you asked for, and now you mad about it. But that's what you like. She can't see that's a representation of who she is. And why I say, the unapologetic Stragg culture, she doesn't see her thought process and her actions as wrong. She has nothing to be sorry about. And then when I talked about the interracial thing on the OWN network with the Black Women's Conversations, the problem with that is, the sisters don't see anything wrong with saying with a room full of black women, the majority of them raising their hands and saying they do date interracially or they would date interracially, and the minority saying, no, I won't. And then to turn around and say, we're loyal. The unapologetic Stragg culture. The thing with Fantasia. Didn't really bother me what Fantasia said. It didn't really bother me what her husband said. What really bothered me was the responses. Because you don't want to get along with somebody. You unapologetically want to be with somebody that you're going to not get along with purposely because that's how you want to have a relationship. I want to be in love with a person that I could just disrespect on a regular basis. Now, when I said earlier that there are no men in the room, even the women are starting to see, like, wait, some of y'all are way out here with it, because I'm not going to say that women don't have legitimate complaints and gripes about men. They do. And I'm not going to say all of those complaints is because they all made bad choices in men. I'm not going to say that. Or is their choice. Because they could have got tricked, duped, bait and switch, whatever. What I am going to say is this, though. Even the women are starting to say, wait, that don't make sense. No. That don't add up. See, because you want to be Satan, but you want to be revered like God. And I'm not trying to say you Satan, the devil, but you want to do devilish things, but you want to be looked at as an angel. So that's being an unapologetic Stragg, because you can do no wrong even though you're doing wrong. And the more and more you see women getting on TV doing this stuff with no men around and no men involved, no men are in the room, no men are involved, and you see the things that these women say, and they start speaking their ideologies, and they start talking about their life lessons, you start realizing how dysfunctional they really are. And these dysfunctional human beings, these dysfunctional women, are getting a pass for being dysfunctional. But at least they thought they were. But now they're so comfortable speaking that even though they could say, okay, the men are the problem, what they're saying about their interactions with men suggests that they're the problem, and they don't even know that they're telling on themselves. they don't even know that they're contradicting their own narrative. How did you get pregnant by the third guy? Huh? Like, I saw something, I was watching, it popped up in my feed about paternity court. And I'm going to get on guys about being undisciplined sexually and acting like that's cool, because it's not. But there's going to be another video. But all of these shows with paternity court and all these paternity situations that are going on TV, it's to the point where they're like, and so what? Yeah, I had sex with him and I had sex with him. And yeah, I know who my baby daddy is, but I don't know who my baby daddy is. But it don't matter who it is. That and the frequency of people saying the very same thing and being able to see and being able to see women who come before you look a complete utter fool on television, and you to fall right down that path and do it too. And it just have a readily made conveyor belt of women who are willing to go down this same path on television. The Evelyn Lozadas of the world. You know, I'm a victim, but I'm getting in a fight with everybody everywhere I go. But you got a conveyor belt of women. Yeah, I'm going to sign up for this and do it too. You know. And that's why I brought the Fantasia, because the Fantasia part of it was, okay, Fantasia saying, I got some issues and I had to fix them. So the unapologetic Stragg culture does not want to fix their own issues. When are you going to be an adult and say, this is where I'm wrong, this is what I messed up? Because when I thought about K. Michelle said she only knew 2 good men in her life. Her dad and her granddad. But the guy she's with now is a quote-unquote good guy, but she's known him for 20 years. The guy that she had the son with, she had known, he's a good guy. She had known him for such and such amount of time. So this idea that you don't know anybody good, you know, this unapologetic Stragg culture, when you say there are no good men, that's one thing. But when you also say, you know, you do know good men, but you wouldn't keep them. You don't know how to keep a good man. And then you blame men for your inept inadequacies or your insecurities. Because all of this stuff y'all keep blaming on men is not men's fault. Your insecurities as far as your body issues isn't men's fault. Your insecurities as far as your color in your hair isn't men's fault. Your insecurities as far as being in a date, your dating options isn't men's fault, because everything goes back to having a bad attitude. Your attitude determines your altitude, right? So if you have a bad attitude and you're not going that high in life, maybe it's you. Maybe your mouth got in the way of your own blessings. But when I see all of these depictions of these sisters on TV and on YouTube, it's like, yo, I'm glad that there are no men in the room, because what you saying today absolutely makes no sense. And, you know, like Amber Phillips, now people look at her like she's crazy. Simone Sanders, like, wait, this is crazy. All of the quote-unquote feminists, crazy. All of the I'm the mother and the father women look crazy. All the, you know, I'm going to get the bag and I'm going to play this guy and get his money and use him. And now you're in a bad situation. Look crazy. All I'm strong and I'm independent and I don't need nobody. Now you look crazy. You know, all, you know, proponents of an unapologetic Stragg culture. I can have a bad attitude and you still gonna just have to deal with it. And now you're lonely and nobody wants to deal with you. You look crazy. But it's not the fact that you look crazy, it's the fact that you're still unapologetic about this. All of these negative qualities you're unapologetic of. And the other thing that happened, I saw Yesh put up a video of women getting into a fight with some Arabs at a gas station or something. They tried to fight the guys in their gas station, and the guys wound up just beating the girls up, smacking them around basically. And while they were completely in the wrong as far as keep trying to fight these guys, when the guys started fighting back, but she a girl, y'all going to jail. And I'm thinking to myself, how many times do we have to see our women out there trying to fight grown men of other groups and getting beat up? And you saying you want, we're not being protected, but we don't see another group of people. Even black men are not going into establishments, just getting into fights with the owners or the workers in the establishment, just on a regular basis, being filmed in major cities in America. Don't understand that. Kids are not doing that. Teenagers are not doing that. You get what I'm saying? But this unapologetic part, well, we can still do that because you don't understand. No, we understand very well. You're Stragg, and you're unapologetic about it, and you're proud of all of these negative qualities to the point like you're a lot of you women are basically Tekashi 6ix9ine. You talked all this stuff, and now when the consequences come, you want to tell on everybody, but you're the one that looks like a complete hypocrite and a clown in this situation because you had all this fun participating in all of these shenanigans, and now all of a sudden you can't handle the weight of the consequences. But you were unapologetic when you were doing it, though. But this is my thoughts on this. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.